Welcome students. Here I have a poem for students of class 12th, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrian Rich. Here I have the explanation and new words of the poem. Adrian Cecil Rich was an American poet, essayist and feminist. She was one of the most widely read and influenced poets of the second half of the century. In this poem, she talks about a woman's experience in her married life. Here, she has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of men. First stanza of the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree, they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Here the poet is talking about a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer. She is embroidering a piece of cloth. Probably it could be a tablecloth or a wall hanging. The pattern or design shows tigers who are jumping all over the fabric or tapestry. These are bright yellow in color, like the color of the topaz. Who? The tigers, which she embroidering on the panel. Probably she is using silk yellow thread for her embroidery, and this making the tiger shining and bright. The dense green forest background is their home. They are fearless and don't fear the men standing under the tree. They are the proud and fearless citizens of their habitat, means green forest. They are well groomed and smooth. They look honorable and brave and pace with confidence and certainty. Here the poet creates a contrast between Aunt Jennifer and the tigers. The tigers are fearless and confident. They don't have fear of the hunting men, those who are standing under the tree. They are free, very sure, very confident. They look elegant, shining, and full of grace. But the lady who is creating them, means Aunt Jennifer, is not so. She is timid, not fearless. Somewhere she desires to lead a free, confident life for herself, like her tigers. Her tigers represent everything she aspires for. What does she aspire? Freedom, grace, and self reliance. She dreams of this freedom but is never able to have it. Second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers, fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Here the poet says that while Aunt Jennifer's fingers moving about her thread or wool, they are trembling with fear. Why they are trembling? Because of the fear of her husband. Even the thought of her husband's presence makes her frightened and agitated. Here she is pursuing her hobby in her free time, but probably she is still afraid of her husband who could scold her. She has spent a lot of years of her life as a demanding wife, but still she is not sure doing the work of her choice. Her fingers are so tired, of working endlessly all her life. Even the tiny ivory needle seems heavy or hard for her to pull out of the cloth. The uncle's wedding band lies heavy upon her hand. She is dependent on her husband. She has been burdened by the authority of her husband. Somewhere the expression massive weight of uncle's wedding band is symbolic of male authority and power. The band has bought or given by her husband. It is his till today. Matrimony binds the woman physically as well as mentally. Somewhere it shows that through so many years of her married life, she has lost her identity. She is trapped in gender oppression and feels herself burdened by the authority of her husband. Her married life has left only unpleasant and bitter memories behind. That's why she feels herself tied down by that weight. It shows that she is not experiencing a happy married life. That's why it seems to her heavy. Seems to a type of burden on her. Third stanza. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. The poet says, aunt will not be free from fear even after her death. Even death will fail to release her of the chains of her struggles, which have dominated and bound her during her lifetime. The poet here says that aunt's innermost desire to live a free, fearless life, but she had to live a demanding life, means fulfilling the demands of her husband. Poet feels that ordeals of this lady only end upon her death, but still even after death the ring shall remain on her hand, means her husband's rule over her is not yet over. Aunt Jennifer will not live in this world, but her art and the tigers that she created in the panel will go on jumping as ever. In this last stanza, one thing we should notice, the poet refers Aunt Jennifer as aunt. Here, aunt had allowed herself to become subservient to her husband. She had surrendered to her husband. She had lost her identity. Here, the poet universalized the crisis by using aunt in the end. Now we will discuss the new words which have come in the poem. First word, prance, means jump over, move quickly. Second, topaz, a transparent yellow stone used in jewelry, a yellowish color. Sleek means shining, well groomed. Chivalric, honorable, brave, courteous, especially towards women. Fluttering, moving about, trembling. Massive, heavy, big. Ordeals, difficult or hard experiences. Mastered, controlled, put under. Denizens, dwellers, inhabitants or residents. Thank you, students. I would like you to revise the poem again by self-reading. Do practice and learn the question answers or this poem also.